So today, lads, I got sent an article about which WNBA free agents might be on the move for next season. So this is an interesting one here. So teams that could change a lot, the Dallas Wings. Yeah, absolutely. Arike could be on the move. I still think they're going to core and trade Arike if Arike's gone, and I don't know who will trade for. So I do think Arike starts next season on the Dallas Wings. I don't know if she ends next season on the Wings, but I think she starts next season on the Wings. So yeah, that would be my prediction there. It says here she's a clear franchise star. I agree. And the top odds are number one pick, but there's no franchise changing star in the number one overall pick or in this year's draft that we know of anyway. There might be one. There might be one that we don't know of. Like the 2019 draft was seen as a bad draft at the time. It was one of the greatest drafts of all time. So in hindsight, it might be different, but it doesn't appear to be. A primary offseason question revolves around whether Arike returns to the franchise spent her whole career with. Beyond that, the Wings have a lot of young players who provide depth while the team maintains cap flexibility for big swings. I agree. I think they make the Angel trade. Arike is not going to be involved in the Angel trade. I think they make an Arike trade and they make an Angel trade. That's my prediction. I think they go all in on the duo of Angel and Paige. Maybe they keep Arike and bring in Angel, but I think they make the Angel trade. The Valks make sense as a free agent prior to 2025 season. Wanted to see how the first year went. Safe to say they were impressed by the atmosphere at Chase Center, sold at every home game and nicknamed Valhalla. It says the Valkyries might be able to bring in some bigger stars to play for 2025 coach year Natalie Lacaze. The Valks legitimately might be in the Kelsey Plum sweepstakes. Like, that is a thing. It seems likely bring back the top two scorers from this season, Kayla Thornton and Veronica Burton. Veronica Burton is coming back. No question about it. Kayla Thornton is coming back. No question about it. I don't know if Janelle Salon's going to come back. Just purely because when she came back from Eurobasket, they benched her. I don't think there were a lot. I don't think this team signs that many Europeans after what they did to Julie Vanloo. I think a lot of European. I think Chachi's going to be gone. I think Janelle's going to be gone. I think any Europeans that are not on their rookie deal are going to dip. Because it's in the CBA that these players are allowed play in Eurobasket. And they were given the all clear to play and then were cut. Julie Vanley got cut and Salon and Chechi got benched. So I don't see many Europeans going back, but I do think they're going to have one major player that we don't expect, like a Kelsey Plum. Or maybe they just eat the Arike contract. They might just eat the Arike contract. Literally. They might just say, screw it, she's gonna be our star. We've got a whole bunch of role players. We can build around her. We can make her look good. We can use her as the Iverson with a bunch of role players. We needed individual scoring because Tiffany Hayes was out a lot last year, so we can bring in Arike for that. And to get Arike, you might literally just have to eat the contract. That's all it might take. The ninth pick in the draft, maybe. But then you also can't forget that you got Jusei Josite coming in. You maybe are going to be able to convince Maria Conde to come over. This is a team that's not contenders, but they will be soon. The Sky have had bad luck with injury with Vandersloot missing all but 7 games. Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins out for extended periods. Said during exit interviews the team absolutely needs to improve their roster. I think a lot of players are gone, but I think a lot of players are going to be there. I think Sloot's going to be there. I think Atkins is going to be there. I think Cardoso's going to be there. I think Banham's going to be there. I think they're going to get rid of Beck Allen. They're obviously getting rid of Kia Nurse. They're probably going to keep Anya Nweri. I hope they get rid of Ewell because I would love Elizabeth Williams as the backup center for the Fever. I'm all on the Ewell as backup center for Indiana. But yeah, it's Angel Reese. I think they trade Angel Reese. So it just depends on what they look to do after trading Angel Reese, whether they're trying to rebuild or not. Teams that might not change much, the Atlanta Dream. I think Brittany Griner wants to start. I don't think she's going to start for a good team. They're going to keep Alicia Gray, obviously. Bree Jones and Jordan Cannon. I think they're going to stay because they chose to go there. Ryan Howard's a restricted free agent. And Naz Hillman, they're going to be there. But they're going to be expensive. The problem is that they are expensive. Naz Hillman is going to be expensive. The only person to ever win 6th Player of the Year because they hooped as a starter Ryan Howard is going to be a max contract. That's the problem, is that you can't really afford to keep Brittany Griner when Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, and Bree Jones are going to be on max contracts. Jordan Canada is also going to be near a max contract. Like, you don't have the money to keep Brittany Griner if you want to keep the other core together. So it'll be an interesting one there. The Fever, I think the core of the Fever stays together. I think their core four from last year stay together, and I think Sophie stays. I think KK is just there for potential, even though, dear Lord, KK is stinking it up in Prague right now. I think she stays for potential. And then other than that, like, I think they bring back, I think they probably bring back one of Ari or Odyssey. They might bring back Sig Coulson. I don't think they bring back Chloe Bibby. I think Tash Howard is going to take a max contract and just be a star at a worse team. But I do think that they're going to try to make a splash at a power forward. That would be my assumption. That would be my assumption for the Fever. The Aces, I mean, the Aces are going... The Aces, the reason why I don't think they're going to win a championship next year is they're going to have to keep the core together. They're going to have to pay Jewel Lloyd. Like, it's as simple as that. They're going to have... Like, they can't just let Jewel Lloyd walk. They should let Jewel Lloyd walk, but they can't just let Jewel Lloyd walk. And the players on rookie deals they have next year is literally like... They have, like, Nalissa Smith's not going to be cheap. They're going to have 4 max contract players. And they're going to have no other cap space. They've got no draft picks. They've got minimum players. Like, this is a team that is not going to be... I said they're, like... I don't know how to win a championship. But, like, they can't afford to keep even... I don't even think they can afford to keep Dana Evans next year. Like, they might be able to afford to keep Meg Gustafson. But, like, obviously, Kia Stokes is going to be there on a vet minimum. I actually don't even know what they can do. They might be able to sign a bunch of ring chasers on vet minimums. But I don't understand how the Vegas Aces got so much worse and won a championship. Like, they had Tiffany Hayes, Alicia Clark, Kelsey Plum, and they replaced them with Dana Evans. With Dana Evans, Jewel Lloyd, and Alyssa Smith, and they somehow, how did they win? They barely beat the Hospital Fever, but no, I think they're going to run it back, and I don't think they're going to have a chance. I don't think they have a chance next year. The Mercury, I think the Mercury are going to run it back. I think they're going to keep 2 out of 3. Satu and Lissa Thomas, and Kat Copper. They're keeping Lissa Thomas, obviously. I don't know, like, will Bonner go on a minimum? If Bonner takes the max, they're kind of screwed. The only positive is that you're able to look over in Girona where you have Clara Lundqvist or Clara Holm now. You have her. So you have a backup point guard stashed. You've got, I don't even think they have a draft pick this year, but you have a good scouting network for minimum contract players over in Europe. But you're going to lose a lot of your Nicole McCanny, Laxa, all that crew are going to go because they're going to be too expensive. So it's going to be tough for them to put a team together, but they got to just be smart. They got to be smart about it. The Mystics, I think they're going to, other than Alicia Clark and Dawes, I think they might run it back. They were fucking dumbasses, not just offering Jade Melbourne a 4th-year option. She's going to be not on a minimum. She's going to get 450k instead of 90k. You have to pay her probably 5 times as much to keep her. It was idiotic. Most difficult teams to predict: the Sun. They are rebuilding. They might just let Tina Charles and maybe walk and lose every game. Sparks. One of Azare or Hamby is going to be gone because there's no way in hell they're running Brink off the bench for a year. They are not running Cam Brink off the bench. If they do, that's great. If they do, just try Brink. You still can get something for Brink. Rakia is going to start. I still can't believe she got a top 5 MVP vote. But the Lynx don't have the salary to keep everybody. It's as simple as that. The Lynx do not have the salary. So one of Bridget Carlton or Courtney Williams is going to be gone. I think the Stud Buds stay together. And I think Dijonay signs for a team-friendly deal. But I think Bridget Carlton's gone. I don't think they can afford her. I genuinely don't think they can afford her because they're going to have to pay Courtney Williams a max. They're going to have to pay Alana Smith a lot of money. It just depends on who they draft. We'll see what, like, we'll know more about who they plan on drafting. We'll know more after the draft lottery, realistically, about the Lynx. Like, if they get rid of Alana Smith, it means they're getting... If they don't sign Alana Smith, it means they're dead set on one of Awal Pham or Lauren Betts. If they sign Alana Smith and don't re-sign Courtney Williams, they're dead set on Olivia Miles. Like, we'll see then. So, the Liberty here, I mean, I think Emma's probably gone and Cloud's gone. They're going to get another guard, but the big three are going to be there and Feverish's going to be there. So it's literally just finding that two guard, really. I'd just give a 1 year max to Caitlin McBride, honestly. And the Storm, I would assume Magbagor's gone. They're probably going to core and trade Magbagor because I think what's her name's probably going to want to be there. Gabby Williams likes the Storm. So my assumption is that Wheeler's going to still be there on a much bigger contract. Malonga's still going to be there. I think because how much you're going to have to pay Ezzy. I think they core and trade Ezzy. Neka and Skylar I think come back. And you start Malonga. You find a backup center. And then you go and they probably are in the E-Will sweepstakes. And then you try get a legit two guard for Ezzy Magbagor. I think maybe if it's at a stage, what I would look to do if I was them, if you're looking in the draft, is... Oh shit, I forgot. The Seattle Storm have a top 3 pick. Fuck it, they're going to just draft AZ Foot. Let's say trade Dominique Malonga to get into the lottery. They're just going to take AZ Foot and start AZ Foot at the 2. Or tonight, or either start AZ Foot at the 2 or start Flaujae at the 2. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good team. It's a mixture of young and old, and you got one player who's pushing 30. You got 2 players at the end of their career and 2 elite young players. So yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That's it for ESPN's free agency predictions. I'll see you guys.